All right, so episode 15 of the Sab Powers podcast. Fucking my favorite YouTuber of all time right here, Wickens Wicked Reptiles, aka Adam Wickens. How's it going, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you? Your face looks so good on live stream, man. He's such a nice face, I tell you right now.
Thanks, bro. Your head looks real nice. It looks like a
Shiny?
yeah.
Yeah, I shaved it
It's
just for you. I wanted to make sure that everyone just felt a little bit they had to like look away a little bit when they did the whole thing. Yeah.
it's not that shiny today. It's like when it was on the live stream the other day. It was way more shiny. Now you almost look like you're in a movie or something. It looks good actually. Looks
Oh,
very.
thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I did a little bit of the makeup on the head, right? Because hair and makeup took care of me early. Because Sab, it's a pretty big production, right? If you come on this podcast, Sab sends hair and makeup to your house. They sit
Right.
6 feet away from you with a broom they use to comb your hair, and it's fine. It's good though. So I feel like I'm ready to go.
That's awesome. Thanks. I don't even know what to say to that. Yes, that's all true. It's all very true.
It is. It's true. Yeah, we don't fuck around at the Sab Powers podcast. Is that the official name of the show? I think
Yeah,
that should
yeah.
be the name of the show.
It is.
Sab Powers and his face, I think, should be the name of the show.
Whoever thought I should call it Epstein, magic, and aliens or something? Because I always ask like those three things.
The Epstein maybe killed himself podcast. I wonder. We should ask Dev and Karen. I know it's Kron, but he believes in magic, so we're gonna say his name like he's a middle-aged woman who believes in magic. So Dev Karen, we should ask. Does he believe that Epstein killed himself? I have to know. We should have.
I
asked
didn't
him
even
that.
ask him that. It's like we just got into talking, and I forgot to ask him about Epstein. I've asked everybody else so far. I'm pretty sure. But Devin, I missed a couple questions, unfortunately, with that guy. It was a good one. I just released his podcast today, actually.
Yeah, I just started watching it, and then you messaged me that you're ready to go. So I think I'm like, I don't know, 10 minutes in or 6 minutes in. 6 minutes in.
That's funny because I actually just started watching your latest video while you were getting ready, or because you needed a minute. So I was like, all right. And you had the little snake again. I love that fucking
Mhm.
little snake. I want one, bro. What do those even eat? Because normally snakes eat like rats and stuff, right?
Yeah, so these guys, like the guy, I guess he was feeding them like he was just gonna chop off like the tail of mice and then fed them the tails of the mice, and then they'll eat like little pinky mice, which are like day old mice. They don't have like their eyes aren't even open or anything. But I haven't.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to feed them tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a day off tomorrow, so I'm gonna see what I can do to try to feed them.
Okay, cool. So you literally feed the mice still, even though they're so small.
Yeah, like there's certain snakes like ringneck snakes and stuff. Like they'll eat like worms and little lizards sometimes, or like sometimes they'll eat like little toadlets or tadpoles, stuff like that. But these guys, they're big enough that they can eat little mice. They have like their jaws unhinged and shit. So yeah.
So like, do those tiny little snakes exist in the wild at all too, or?
Yeah, so those aren't even really tiny snakes. Like there's like blind snakes, they're called. They only get to like that big. They get like
Holy.
they're yeah, or so I guess maybe that's an exaggeration. Like I don't know, like 6 inches, something
Okay,
like that,
okay.
6 or 9 inches. But like a 6 or 9 inch snake, that's a pretty tiny snake, right? Where those ones are gonna get to 4 feet, like like the ball python that I had in my video today.
Hmm.
They're gonna get to like just a little bit smaller than that. So they'll grow up.
I love Pikachu, man. You have him in so many videos. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's just so chill. But now he's getting all marked up because he's trying to squeeze through. Like I have like a UVB light, and it's just like just far enough away from the wall of his enclosure that he tries to like sneak through it every night. So now he's got like marks on him, so people think I'm like lashing him like a child actor. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like sing, Michael, sing. It's like it's not like that.
yeah. Man, you got your turtles behind you, right?
Yeah. It's too bad. Yeah, their lights just went off because it's nighttime now. But
Hmm.
yeah, in my live stream I redid the live stream on Saturday, and the light was on and it just buggy in the background. He just wanted to be part of the show. So it was pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like them. I'm glad that I never thought I was gonna have turtles, but I like them. They're cool.
You never thought you were gonna have turtles, but if you're ever gonna be a reptile, you would want to be a turtle. You said.
Yeah,
Just.
yeah, you're gone.
And I'm back. Sorry about that, buddy. I
I'm like,
thought
why
by
do I see
now.
myself? Man, this face is not nearly as good at looking at as Sab's face. I want to see Sab's face again.
Stop, bro. Stop.
Man, and by the way, I wanted to say congratulations on your success with YouTube because
Thanks,
you
buddy.
And you climb, well, you're at 356 or 358 or something now?
Yeah, we're about
Yeah.
there. I don't keep too track, but yesterday was the first day that I gained 0 subs since I started this adventure. So that's interesting.
Oh, that it happens, man. You have like up and down day. Even now, like
But
where
mhm,
I was averaging, I don't know, like 120 subs a day or whatever. But
mhm,
then you go into a dip where like one day you hit like 30, and it's like better than. And I can just imagine like these big guys, they must be at this range where they're getting like 1,000 or like 10,000 subs a day, and then they have like a day where they only get 1,000. And they're like, oh shit, my life sucks. Only 1,000
yeah.
subs today.
I'm
It's
not
that's
even mad though, because yesterday I got more views than I've ever gotten. I got like 350 views or something in just that day, but 0 subs. So
well,
I'm
that's
I'm fucking happy because like up till then, like my most viewed day was like the when I first started really grinding hard. I got like 30 subs in one day or 40 subs, and I had like 300 something. I don't know.
yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, because you need your watch time, right? Your 4,000
Yeah.
hours of watch time. That's gonna hard. I think that was after like I hit 1,000 first, and then the watch time
Hmm.
took a while. But then I realized, oh, okay, we'll make longer videos. And then once you become monetized, you need a 10-minute or longer video anyway because
Mm.
you can't put ads in the middle of a video that's shorter than 10 minutes. So that's why they're always stretched out. That's why you'll never
Right.
see any less than 10-minute video because there's no point. You're not making any money.
Well, you can put like an ad at the beginning, right? Like with music and stuff, they have an ad at the
Yeah,
beginning.
you can put at the beginning, and you can put unskippable ads at the beginning, and you can put them at the end.
Mhm.
But your moneymaker is the one where it's like, and snake number one, and then the ad cuts, and then you know that they're gonna stay and
Yeah.
watch, right? So like
So,
that's how you make your money right there.
do you
Yeah,
get to pick like when it's in the middle of the video? Do you get to pick where the ad goes?
yeah, you can put as long as it's over 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
I think you can put as many as you want. I know I put two usually. I put two like, but yeah, you can do it so it's like on a cliffhanger, like how like in TV, right? And like it'd be a TV show, and Gordon Ramsay would be like, "You fucking dog" or whatever he says, right? And then that's when it would because you want to stick around. Yeah.
Word, dude. Okay, so I know why snakes have 2 dicks, but explain to me why turtles have 2 dicks, because the same explanation doesn't work for them.
That's a good question, and I have not researched this thoroughly at all.
Ah, damn!
Um,
I was expecting a great answer for this.
yeah, I see. Well, here, actually, you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's kind of a secret, and Dev told me because David Blaine told him. And what David Blaine suggested is that because they have magic in their dicks,
Right.
they need one productive dick for the baby making, and then one dick to cast spells. So that's why they have two dicks. Turtles.
Okay, awesome. Good to
Mhm.
know. You heard it here first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dev will he'll let you know that too. Dev is one who told me. David Blaine told him, and I'm pretty sure Chris Angel told David Blaine.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
yeah, you can't go wrong. I think that it's obviously factual. Yeah,
Mhm.
you can't lie on the internet. So.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
Mhm.
So let's get right into it, bro. Let's hear your thoughts on Epstein.
I think that I'm as sure that the sun will come up tomorrow that I am that Epstein killed himself. No, he did not kill himself.
Oh, I
There's,
thought I was about to
there's
get controversial
no,
here.
no, there's
Everybody.
yeah, there's no chance, dude. Like he's in a maximum security. He's
Yeah.
about to name names, and then the day before he just like there's not a chance. There's no way.
Yeah. And the
He's
cameras stopped working and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like they lost all the camera footage. There's not a chance. There's no way. And in fact, I would not be surprised even a little bit if it came out that like he was still alive and he was like whisked away to some island, like some shit like that. That would
Yeah.
not surprise me even a little bit. Or maybe he is dead. Like that's more likely that someone
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
came and just like, sorry, bro, it's your time, and just like like a dog behind a shed that's too old. You know what I mean? Just kind of put him down like a dog. You know?
Yeah.
Don't be sad. My dog is literally right behind me sleeping.
Your dogs are fucking adorable, bro. I love your dogs even
Oh
more
man,
than Pikachu, who is
man,
awesome.
I love my dogs more than Pikachu too. I actually have two sweaters on the ground, and Flutie is just making a nest over there. It's pretty
That's
cute.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So he does, and then so Flutie's like the cuddly one, and then Eris, she doesn't give a shit. She loves you when she has to take a shit, and she's rubbing her ass against the carpet like she's trying to get rid of a tapeworm. That's how you know she needs to go out. And then when she wants to get fed, that's pretty much it. And then she likes to lick the sweat
Mhm.
off the bed. It's disgusting. She's a
Ooh.
disgusting dog.
Man,
Yeah.
before I got like into really watching your YouTube videos and shit, I used to like kind of be like afraid of snakes. Like I remember
Yeah,
like
but now you're not, right?
I feel like I'm not. I haven't really
Yeah.
like had to deal with one, but I think I could just like pick them up now. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like
haven't had the chance, but maybe one day you'll invite me over when all this shit's over and I can
hey, you're
hold
invited
a little
anytime,
snake.
and just my girlfriend can't be here because if she sees your face, I'm afraid like of the repercussions. Yeah, man, anytime. Like once we're not under zombie lockdown, quarantine, whatever,
Yeah.
right? So I think this is kind of ending pretty soon, right? Or at least here's what I think is gonna happen. You heard it here first. Everyone's gonna go back to work because they're like, okay, fuck this. We can't have 60% of people be homeless, right? Just
Right.
because a few people are getting sick. Like, just
Hmm.
sorry, like I think they're just gonna take old people and put them down behind a shed. That's what I think that they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Bury them in mass graves while they're still alive.
Yeah.
And I think that they're just gonna make everyone go back to work. Even the people that could be working from home, they're gonna make people go back to work.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna get worse. It's gonna be like a second wave, and they're gonna be like, yeah, we did this once, fuck this, and then just a bunch of people are gonna die, and then the killer hornets are gonna come and eat dogs. I think they're gonna get big enough to eat dogs. I think. Yeah.
Dude, that scares the shit out of me. Giant
Yeah.
insects are fucking that. Like if Super Troopers was real, that would suck, bro.
I want nothing to do with giant hornets or insects. I
Yeah.
don't like insects at all. Snakes are cool, but I wish there
Mhm.
was just giant snakes that went around eating like feral cats or something.
You would be down for that? Like
That'd be
like
cool.
giant anacondas in Canada and stuff?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think that
That
it'd
would
be
be
a
cool
short
actually.
ass season for them. They probably wouldn't
Yeah.
last very long. Imagine that though. Imagine they could, and then there was just like this anaconda just weaving through the snow. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That
I'd
would
be
be
down for
sick.
that.
The snakes that like do live here, like how do they survive the winter? Do they like hibernate or
Yeah, so they
garden
go into
snakes and shit?
they're called hibernaculums, and there'll be like thousands or hundreds or dozens at least of snakes, and they go down into like these holes that were usually they're rodent burrows that have been abandoned, and like there's a place in Manitoba, and I forget what it's called, but it's a national park and or provincial park maybe, but it's a place where tourists go and literally millions of garter snakes will come out at the same
Oh
time, and then
shit.
it's interesting. Garter snakes will come out and then they have to warm up as quickly as possible because they need to breed like right away before they even want to eat. They need to breed, so they'll go into what's called breeding balls, and a whole bunch of males will gather around a female and try to get one of their two dicks inside the poop chute, which is where they also fuck, and the fuck hole piss hole, right? They'll get one of
Right.
their dicks in there.
I actually
But
know about this. I
yeah,
do know a little about
yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah. But did you know that the male garter snakes, if they have got a late start and they aren't warm enough because their
They
ectotherms have
pretend
been
to be
over
a
there.
female, right?
That's
Right?
right. That's
Yeah,
exactly right. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They pretend to be a female and they'll change their hormones or their
Yeah.
pheromones, which to me is like the coolest thing. So
That
anyway,
is, yeah, that is very
yeah.
cool and interesting. So then they distract, all the males pile on them while they're on the real female. Is that the idea?
Yeah, and then they'll get together and they'll just kind of like so they'll warm him up so that he has a chance at sticking one of his dicks in her fuckhole, and that's basically how it goes. Yeah, I feel like I need to be a little bit over the top because I'm just so scientific. Like, and then the cloaca opens at a 90 degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm
anyway,
so used to like your YouTube personality because like it's been a long time since like we've hung out at comedy shows that you being this dirty and shit is like it's like shocking almost. I'm like
man, I
this isn't
miss
the
doing
Adam I
comedy.
know. Yeah.
Oh man, I miss comedy so much. It's ridiculous because that's the thing too is like everyone, especially like I'm busy as fuck, right? So like the only
Mm-hmm.
time I ever have social interaction is at comedy shows most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
or at places I'm supposed to be and don't want to be at. But I actually want to
Right.
be at comedy shows. So for me, Thursday nights going to Showtime was like the most fun thing ever.
Me
Even if I
too,
didn't
man.
get on stage, right? I would
Mhm.
still go because then I can hang out with you guys and talk shit to you and tell Dorenzi's a fat shit or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like
it
I
was
just
sick. Terenzi fucking loves you, man. You guys are like
man,
great friends before we became great friends.
yeah, man, I loved Renzi. Well, he was always like super nice to me, and I remember the first time I remember when we did that the Sick Kids for Sick Kids the improv thing, and somehow I won that, and I did not think for a second, right?
Hmm.
You were a part of that too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and Mark Calogero and Levi Mann, and he said to me after, I didn't know who he was. I did not even know he was a comedian. He's just like, I'm coming for that next year, and he was like so bold and brash, and I thought he was young. I thought he was younger than me, and I'm like, who's the fuck is this guy? And then I realized I'm like, oh, okay. it's Rob. Rob's pretty fucking
Bro,
cool.
he's
I
got
like
gray in
funny
his
as fuck.
hair. He's got like gray highlights. You thought he was young?
I did. I thought he was young. Maybe just because he's so dumb. I
I
don't know.
thought he was like 40.
No, dude. I love Rob. I got nothing. I got not a
Yeah,
bad thing to say about that guy. I really did think that I thought he was like 23, and then
yeah.
he's Facebook. He's like, yeah, my 33rd birthday, and I'm like, oh, it's a weird joke. Like, he's like, no, 33. Like, oh god. All right. Well, here's a prescription for fucking glasses and a walker. There, you fucking old fuck. But,
Yeah, I miss that
yeah.
guy too, man. Like me and him we still are like really good friends, but like I used to go to his house like all the time. He'd fucking make me some bomb ass dinner. Dude, the food he makes is just like 90% meat. He'll make like 4 different kinds of meat for one meal. It's like he's got like chicken, like a pot roast, and like I'm like, bro, you know you're just supposed to like.
Gone again.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, bro.
That's okay. I missed your face again. But you know what? Rob has a nice face too, and he's
All
invited
right.
me over a bunch of times and on St. Patrick's Day, which was actually
Mhm.
the day that I started like working from like full time working from home type thing. He's like, yeah, man, come over. We're gonna do like this cooking show thing with David or something, and then I don't know if I should say. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. And then,
Fuck
but
it,
I was
say
supposed
it.
to. Yeah, I was supposed to headline Levi's show that night.
Mhm.
And then that show obviously got canceled, and then like we haven't been able to see each other since. But I don't know. I was looking forward to that. Like I think he's a clever guy and he's very funny and he's got like this
Mhm.
ambition about him. You can tell. So I don't know. It's cool. I think everyone
Yeah, it
like in
does.
our little group of comedians there has like their own thing. With Rob, he's like very focused and like I don't know. I think that guy's gonna do very well. I was very shocked to see him. I thought he was gonna win the whole fucking thing. To be honest, this
Oh
competition
yeah,
was.
he lost the first round in Niagara's Top Comic. He kind of just got unlucky. I think he went first, right?
Yeah,
Or
he
like
went
second.
first. Yeah, he
Yeah.
went first, and the crowd was not receptive at all for the first little bit. And I was surprised because Ryan Sim went up first, and like he was like the opener before any of the
Yeah, I
contestants.
remember. Yeah. Hmm.
And Ryan, he did okay, but it wasn't like normal. Ryan's, I don't know, a killer to me. Ryan's one of the funniest guys. But and then Rob went up, and he just started slow, and then he got good at the end. Like at the end, it was like banging, and I thought he did enough to go through, but I don't know. I guess the judges didn't think so, and the audience didn't think
Hmm.
so.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was gonna go through, and I kept telling him. I feel bad now because like he felt like shit. He's like, I'm not moving on. I'm not moving on. And I was telling him, I was like, bro, you got this. Like, bro, like you're obviously moving on. And then he didn't, and I was like, my bad.
Yeah, I thought he was too. Well, we were all outside, right? And we're like, nah, you did enough. You're good, dude. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem whatsoever. And I don't know, man. It was kind of a bummer because I wanted to go to the final, obviously, right? And I made it to the semifinal, and I was hoping it would be like, okay, well, now it's gonna be like me and Sab and DJ and Rob, and it's gonna be like all of us who know each other and talk shit to each other, and it
Yeah,
would be fun, right?
that would
Because
be
at the end of
sick.
the day, man, and I think this year more than even last year, everyone kind of knows each other better, and we all like
Mhm.
have this mutual respect. So even if you're not the guy who wins, it sucks. But if you see a guy who deserves to win, it's not as bad, you know.
Right.
And I think the judging was pretty good, other than Rob getting straight fucked. I think the
Yeah.
judging was good in the other 2 rounds that I saw, and everyone except I don't know. I thought Rob, but I don't know. I also love Rob, so who knows? Maybe I have a little bit of bias, but I thought he
Right,
did well.
exactly. That's a good point. But like what you said, like about like our whole group of friends, I'm just like I love how we're like also like different from each other. You know what I mean? Like if it wasn't for
Mhm.
comedy, I don't really see like DJ being one of my friends. You know what I mean? Or like fucking even like David Green. Like I don't know if it wasn't for comedy, we never would have connected. And it's just cool because like I love these guys so much now, and it's like I would never know any of you guys if I never started doing comedy.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think I don't, it just brings. I think if you have one thing in common, and I think that's with anything else, right? Like when I was doing bodybuilding, I've always been kind of like the weirdo guy who like likes snakes and tells dumb jokes about snake dicks, and I didn't really fit in with any of those guys because they're all like just meatheads. And but like that thing brought us together, right? So I don't know, it was pretty cool. But then
Yeah.
this comedy thing, I know this is of all the things that I've done, comedy is definitely my favorite thing. It's just the
Hmm.
hardest thing of all the things I've ever done to make a living at, period. Like it is just
Yeah, for sure.
nearly impossible in Canada to make like a full on real, like making like, make it rain type of fucking money.
Yeah, or even just enough to live on, right? Like fucking
Mhm.
killers that we know, even like from Toronto, Hamilton, whatever, still don't like actually like. There's only David Green's the only person that I know that makes a living straight off doing comedy.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like with David, I think he opened up all these doors for us, and as the
Hmm.
scene expands, maybe there'll be, but there is no other room. Like there is no other room for somebody else to make money. Like David has that. That's it. There's no room for anybody else to make money. But I think what David's doing is he's expanding the market, and he's opened up. Like he was the kind of the reason that Showtime amateur nights took off, and like the pro am nights, and then
Hmm.
like if it wasn't for David, I don't know if I would have kept going. Like it was very easy to start doing because of David. So I think that I don't know, he's like the godfather of, I don't know, I'm gonna put a horse head in his bed or something, but you know what I mean? Like he's just like the guy.
Yeah, the
He's a,
godfather of the Niagara comedy scene for sure. I
yeah.
agree. Like I would have quit like years ago if it wasn't for him, to be honest. It's just like him asking me to do gigs, and I was just like, yeah, okay, right. And I just kept doing it. And
Mhm.
yeah, like so going back to like just our whole like group of friends because comedy, and like you had the friends because of bodybuilding. It's like if anyone's out there lonely, just start doing something you love, get involved in it, and you'll end up with friends. I think I don't
Yeah,
know.
and well, I think the thing is too, like a lot of it is like a nervousness to go and start something. And like
Hmm.
with comedy, obviously, like public speaking is one of the number one things that people are afraid of. But my advice, even if it's like I want to play Magic the Gathering, or I want to play Dungeons and Dragons, like imagine you're just one of those hefty guys with a neck beard. You know, those things you're gonna fit
I
in. Like those
am,
are the
bro.
things that
I literally am one of those guys.
yeah, so if you're a neckbeard living in your mom's basement, I think you should really go for it. I think you should just do it. So that's my advice, is just whatever you want to do, just start, because you'll find a group of friends,
Hmm.
and no matter what it is that you want to start, it's going to be scary off the bat, but just think to yourself like, okay, I'm going to do this thing in 1 hour, I'll be on my way home, and if I never want to do it again, I never have to do it ever again. But
Right.
yeah, yeah, it's very weird.
I want to hear like your worst comedy show. Do you have like one that you remember where it was like something like really shitty happened? Anything like that?
Yeah, well, the second time I ever did, so the first time I ever did it was at Showtime, and
Hmm.
it went actually okay. Like I was stepping on laughs, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but people were laughing, and also
Hmm.
Joel was in the room, which made it really easy, right? Because anytime Joel's in the room, it's
Yeah.
like it's a layup. And then the next week, I'm like full of confidence, second time ever. But I listened to all these podcasts with comedians talking. I've been listening to them for years, so like I'm a pro, right? Because yeah, okay,
Yeah, you
fucking
listen to
idiot.
Joe Rogan. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, Joey Diaz told me this is how to. So anyway, I go to Matai, right? I go to Matai, and they
Hmm.
had a like one of these LGBTQTXLMNOZ fucking powwows like right before, and then I go into it, and my first joke was about abortion, and didn't go good at all. Didn't go well at all. And then I was getting heckled at the back. There's these three college kids who I don't even know why they were there. They were like fraternity idiots, and then they were yelling at me. And then one of my jokes was about a dog, and they're like, "Why you looked at the dog's pussy?" And I said, "Listen, this isn't a roll call. If I was asking for you, I'd call you a bitch or something." I said something along those lines, and then they like came up and they were gonna try to fight me. And it was weird. It was like fucking weird, man. It was the second time I ever did comedy ever,
That's
and my
crazy.
girlfriend at the time was there. My girlfriend at the time was there, and I filmed it. I have it on film, but
Have you ever
uh,
thought about releasing it? Like, it,
maybe eventually. I think that once, like, I don't know, maybe it'll be like I hit 500,000 subscribers. Here, look at what happened. Or even not too long ago, Ambreesh, the first show I did, it was the second, January 2nd this year, and Ambreesh and I went to Matai, and this guy was, I put it out on Facebook, so it's there for people to watch. But this
mhm.
guy was heckling me, but I handled it, and this is at Matai, and I handled it way better. Um, so that wasn't really that bad. But I do remember one time I went to Brews, which was like this little open mic that Michael Moses used to run in Hamilton.
Mhm.
And I was like a couple months in, and then I brought this girl that I was like kind of seeing at the time, and I bombed horribly. I remember Ryan Sim was there, and he was on a date too, but he did well. And I didn't really know Ryan that well then, but yeah, I did not do well at all in front of this girl that I was trying to impress. Didn't go well at all. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. Other than that, like I don't know. Like, do you have anything that was kind of like hard to remember, like that you don't really, what you wish that memory was gone?
Oh well, no, I enjoyed the memory, but I definitely have a story that I could tell. Um, a couple probably. So the one that sticks out as like my worst experience with it was I was doing comedy at this shitty bar. It's Camp Cataract now, but before it was Camp Cataract, it was like Capital Q or something, right?
Okay.
And so they had the stage like right by the door. And I was just doing my thing or whatever, telling jokes to a bunch of people. And this big bodybuilder, like motherfucker, like balloon animal guy, probably looked like how you used to look.
Balloon animal guy.
Yeah. He just comes up and takes the microphone from me, right? And just starts talking to it and telling his own jokes. And I couldn't do shit. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, there's nothing I can do. So I was just like, all right, fuck this. And I just like went outside and had a cigarette, and then I went home after.
That's man. At my in grade 9, we had a at school like a talent show, and someone went and did comedy that they were just reciting like Jeff Foxworthy jokes. It was really bad. He dressed like a redneck, talked like one, was reading off of no. It was terrible. But then one of the really funny kids that used to just like hold court in the cafeteria and be funny as fuck went up, took the microphone out of his hand, just exactly like you described. But he started to kill. He started to fucking murder, and then they cut the mic and he got suspended. I remember that. And what was
That's
his
crazy.
name? I forget his name, man. I remember I said to him like after, and he was like grade 11. I was in grade 9. I'm like, man, just so you know, you're really funny. And he said, I know. Like, I wish you weren't such a cunt. That sucks.
Yeah.
You're so funny. Yeah, man, that's funny. That's good. Yeah. Other than that, man, like there's been bombings, like there's been not good
Yeah.
shows, but no one's ever like taken a microphone. Actually, the first time I ever did comedy I didn't even know David. This was in 2009 or 2010. Mikey Henley was running this thing at Mikado's, and I was best friends with this guy, and his girlfriend is Mikey's cousin. She's like, yeah, let's go. And then I wasn't expecting to go up. I just wanted to watch. And then I was like the funny guy at the call center, right? And I was like doing like this Asian accent at the time, which you can't do anymore. And it's really bad. People get upset. And so I walked up, but when I walked up, I walked off the ledge, and my arm was on a table, and there's beers on the table. And when I fell, the table fell, and then all the beers splashed on the floor, and like so the beer glass, yeah, like it was really bad. It was really bad. And Mikey remembers this. I talked to him about it after, and he's like, yeah, I remember that, but he didn't know like it was me. He just remembered that happening, and then I told him that it was me. Like, I remember that, but I didn't know that was you. And I just went up there and I don't even remember. Like, I had no material. I just like tried to be funny, and like all my friends were there, so it sounded like I was doing well because all my friends like knew me, and it was like inside jokes. But
Oh
that was
man, that's
embarrassing.
good that your friends laugh at your jokes, bro. When my friends come to my shows, they don't laugh. Bro, I did the filming, so we did that shit where I was on TV, right, for Kojiko?
Yeah.
I invited all my friends over. One of my friends yells out, I've heard that before, after one of my jokes.
Oh,
On TV, bro. And he's heard it before from me. He's heard it before from me. Like,
what a dick. Why would you do that? That's too
I
funny.
know.
If that was me and you're like, just, yo, come and laugh, I'd be like, I'd puke on the fucking floor. Like, man, this guy's so funny. People are puking. This guy's so funny.
Yeah. And I actually never even ended up watching that TV. Some of my friends have it recorded, but I wonder like if they put that in or not, or if they left it out.
I think that's so cool that David did that. I hope that there's another, like, when all this is done. I'd love to be on that. Like,
yeah, you deserve to be on for sure.
Man, I would love to. Yeah, and I actually, when they first started doing it, I remember I started like writing some cleaner stuff I could do for TV in case he asked me to do it. But yeah, I don't know. That's cool. I think that, and everyone, I don't know, the way that they did it was like very professional. Like, it was very well. But I think everything David does is like top notch, I think.
The harder they fall is kind of shitty.
Even if I thought so, I wouldn't say that out loud.
I know. He's gonna be so mad I said that.
No, man, I think I don't know, David, but his acting was actually very good. Whoever it was that directed that thing, a Rabbit Hole, with him and
yeah,
Levi.
that was Derek Glenn, I think his name is. He's fucking sick. Yeah, that movie, The Rabbit Hole, is fire, dude. I wish he would do more stuff. And like, he probably wants to. Like, he's a cool guy though. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never met him, but we're friends on Facebook because I added him right away, and I'm like, "Yo, just so you know, that was sick." But Levi and David were both like unreal. Like, Levi's acting is like top notch. You'd think that did he ever go to school for acting? Like, he's
yeah, that was like his like dream and shit.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
But
Yeah,
they
because
do seem like it seems like a Hollywood movie almost. You know what I mean? Like it's like almost
yeah.
there where it's like, yeah, both their acting is good. Even like the other characters did good, and like just the way everything's shot. The only thing that like looked bad in that was like the blood. Didn't look
Y-
bloody
Yeah,
enough.
it's hard. And the thing is too, like I imagine the budget was very low for something like that, right?
Yeah,
So
hella low. Like it was.
considering that, yeah, considering that, it was pretty amazing. And the other actors too, like they look legit. And it was weird too. Like I wonder what it would be like on the outside looking in, because we know David and we know Levi, but
Mhm.
I wonder what it would be like if you didn't know them, if you'd still have like the same, like you think, because we're kind of jaded, right? Like we know those people, like their real personalities. But
Right, right. That's a good
I
point.
don't know. I thought it was. I'd love to do something like that, and and I've had some ideas, but I think the thing is too, like if I ever did something like that, it would have to be like that. I wouldn't want to do it if it wasn't that good. Period. I just
Mhm.
wouldn't. I have no interest in doing anything like that. Yeah.
Have you seen his other shit like not Derek's other shit, but David's shit with like the Gorge and Old
Yeah.
Town?
Yeah. I watched The Gorge and Old Town. I watched them both. Yeah, and they were both awesome as well. Um, yeah, it was weird too because like Old Town was so much better than The Gorge, so you can tell like there's like it's going the right direction.
Really? I
Uh,
thought the Gorge. I personally, even though I'm in Old Town, I like the Gorge better.
no, I think the thing is too, like with the one that Derek did, it wasn't super, because I think when David writes them, they have to be like punny and a little bit cheesy. And the one
Hmm.
that, but that's not my style. Like I like that the way he does it, and I think that they're all great. But I preferred the one that Derek Glenn did because it was more like serious and production value, and there was like it wasn't like supposed to be cheesy. It was supposed to be more serious, and that's just like if I ever did something like that,
Hmm.
which I would love to do eventually, that's how I would do it. But yeah, I don't know. I thought Old Town was better. It was just more. It was more diverse. You actually had like sets. I don't know. The casting was good in both. Devin Karen didn't talk about magic, so it wasn't super believable, I think. But besides that, besides that, man, that's funny, man. It's because he's so young. He's still growing at such a crazy pace. He looks like a little kid then, and then now he looks like a different person. That was only like what, a year and a half ago, or like a year ago.
Yeah, it was like I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, it's like fucking. He's just one of the boys now. I don't even like. I
Mhm.
forget that he's like 20 years old. You know what I mean?
He's 16.
He's not 16. Are you fucking
Yeah,
with me?
that's why he can't go out to the bars with us. He can't drink with us. Like he can't do.
He's
Yeah.
not 16 right now, is he?
Yeah, dude. I thought he was he might be 17
Bro.
now, but because I went when I did his show, I did like Dev's Couch or whatever that show is called. Yeah, Dev's
Yeah.
Couch. And I'm like, yeah, man, because you're like 18 now, right? And he's like, no, bro, I'm still 16. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh shit,
That was
dude.
like 3 months ago. Yeah.
I'm like, I forget that he's 20, and I'm just like, but he's not even 20.
Yeah, dude. Like we were way done high school before he even went. He's still in high school.
Jesus, bro, damn.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, yo, he got 12,000 views on his live stream. So that's 12,000 people watching live on Instagram like a couple
Yeah,
days
I
ago.
wonder, like, was it concurrent or was it total? Because like his
That's a
sub,
good point.
right? Because he didn't get a big jump up. And like if I was him and I had 12,000, like I would,
Mhm.
inflate it. But I was wondering like the reality
Mhm.
of it, because his count, like his follower count, still isn't that high. So it's like, how come? Like how come?
Well, because he's interviewing celebrities and stuff, right? So most of the people are there for the celebrity, but like
Yeah, but
still, it's still very
Yeah, but
cool.
look at the sub count. Like, look at how many people, the follow count of these people. They all follow
Mhm.
like fucking 13 million people. Like, whatever,
Mhm.
inflating. But they all follow like 2,000 people. So you figure they probably just follow everybody.
Right.
But so I'm just wondering, like, how, I don't know. Either way, that kid is going somewhere for sure. I wish that I had the gumption that he has now when I was that age, because if I mean, I wouldn't be talking to you here. I mean, I would probably would be doing something like much. I don't know. I'd be somewhere else. I'd be like doing whatever it is that I set out to
You'd
do, I think.
still make the time to talk to me,
Oh,
okay?
I'd still be talking to you. I just wouldn't be sitting in a basement in fucking Niagara region of Ontario.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'd be like wherever I wanted to be. Man, by the way, I'm so glad that it's not fucking winter anymore. I don't know if I can do any more winteriness. I think I might buy a tanning bed just so I can like sleep in it. I'm just so fucking sick of this.
Bro,
Anyway,
I don't know how you would look tan. That's just to put a weird image, brown
I've
Adam
got
in my
pictures
mind.
of it on the internet when I in posing trunks.
Oh yeah, with you all golden. It doesn't even look like
Yeah.
you. You look like I don't know. It's a trip. It's
Oh man, the last year I did it, I got so tan I looked like a fucking pool boy. Like honestly, like middle-aged white guys was thinking I was gonna fuck their wives or something. Like I looked like dark. I looked real dark.
would you ever grow your hair out just for the meme or like if you lost a bet or are we never gonna see it?
It looks bad. Like it just because it's
Yeah.
like a George Costanza, you know, like it's kind of
We
like there's
know, but would
nothing.
you do it is the question. How do we get it to see like for like a month or something?
Cast me in a paid role where I am an old man that
All
isn't
right, deal.
confident enough to shave my head. Yeah, because that's my theory on that. If like, why are you holding on to? There's this other guy like Professor Herp, like this guy that I do
I
YouTube
know
with.
you're always busted his balls
Bro,
about him. Yeah, it's
and
so
because he
great. I
can't get a
love it.
haircut right now, it's like so long on the sides, but it doesn't grow in the middle, so it just looks like it. I don't know. It looks like the Three Stooges or something. I don't know. It's just like, and have the confidence. Have the confidence. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you do look like very good with the shaved head. I want like I can't even imagine. Like I want to know what it looks like.
Man, in high school, I had long, like long hair, and I had like the
Mhm.
swoop, right? Because it was
Same,
2007 or
bro.
whatever.
Same.
Yeah, but it's
Still
funny because
got
I
it.
I posted a picture of it like I don't know whenever that beginning of the decade, end of the decade thing, like 5 months ago,
Hmm.
and man, I had more comments on that than anything I've ever posted on Facebook ever because it was just like it looks so different, like very different.
They're tripping out.
Yeah, no beard and hair. Yeah, for sure. But yeah. Oh, so Taylor Grant was your first episode, right?
Yeah.
And Taylor was he transforms into an old lady, right? So do you think you could talk to the audience for 1.5 minutes? Because I have a guest I want to bring on the show too. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
All
yeah.
right.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah, dude. Awesome. All right. So I know you guys are probably upset because I forgot to ask Adam about aliens and other stuff. It's weird. I've never actually podcasted by myself, so it's interesting to try. I've been drinking Coors Original. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that. What? I don't know what he's yelling right now, but it sounds great. Oh yes.
Hi, Sabbathy the Powerful. I think that's your name, right? Adam was over there. He was talking about you to me. Sabbathy the Powerful, he said your name was. He said that you might be a little bit self-conscious. My chair. What the fuck? He said you might be a little self-conscious, might say that your name isn't Sabbathy and you're not all that powerful. But sir, I can see you and I can hear you, sneaky snake, and I think that you are the most powerful. My name is Dr. Fecksneck. I am here to educate the world about two things: snakes, snutters, and snipples. And I think that if you didn't know this already, that snakes, they nurse their young. We are meant to believe that snakes drop their eggs after getting one of the hemipenes up their fuckhole, and then they leave, never to see their snake babies ever again. But that is not true. They have snutters, they have sneets, and they have snipples. And those suckling motherfuckers are suckling on those goddamn sneets. And I am here to tell you that.
Sick, bro. Yes.
And Taylor Grant, I want to tell you something right now. You bring one of those gilfs, grandmothers I would love to fuck, into my neighborhood, and she will not be walking right. She will need a goddamn walker to get under my property. You understand? Do you?
Look, you're kind of scaring me a little bit, bro. When you look into the camera like that, it's like you're staring into my soul.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for having me on. Is gone
You're
again.
welcome.
I guess. Yeah. Now it is Dr. Fecksneck podcast. Sabbathy the Powerful is also in my goddamn freezer now, and I just want to say thank you for having me on your show, so I can bring the news to the snacks, the snutters, the suckling, the snecking, subtle and snucklers, the snucklers of the snacks.
Yo,
So
thank you, man. To
yeah.
be honest, no, like, you don't gotta thank me. Thank you, bro, because you're fucking, like, you're a huge reason why I even, like, thought that it's possible for me to do YouTube. You know, just to see, like, how successful you're getting and, like, how just good you are at it. And, like, I've literally watched probably, like, 90% of your videos.
Well, I
And
really appreciate that, Sabbathy, and The feeling is quite mutual. I've watched at least 90 seconds of your videos also. And every last second I thought was good. And I would definitely watch second 91 after this. Who is this Devin Karen fella? This fella right here, he looks like he believes in magic Santa Claus, and he is going to be the next host of the casting couch. I think that's what he believes in. Three things. Those are the three things he believes in his life. And I hope he's got good Wi-Fi because he's going to need it for that casting couch interview.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, he's 16. You can't say shit like that, bro. That was funny when I thought he was 20. Okay.
No, it's cool. It's cool. In a lot of provinces and states and territories and islands that I own where Epstein lives now, it is perfectly legal. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. Plus, if I was a priest, no one would bat an eye. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. I think that's enough. So I want to say thank you very much for having me on your show. Talk about the snacks, Sunners, and Snuckling, and all those other words. It's very fucking hot in here. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you, man. Everybody subscribe to Wickens Wicked Reptiles and tell him how beautiful his face is so that he knows that you guys came from me. I hope you get at least one subscriber from this.
I believe I will get 356. That's how many subscribers you get. Who would look at my goddamn face into this pedophile mustache and raper eyes and not follow me to protect themselves and their families and their goats? Who wouldn't? You tell me.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That's what I thought. Your face is beautiful, Sabbathy, powerful, and I appreciate every second that you and I interacted on this telephone internet phone call.
That was amazing. I can't think of a better way to end it. Love you. Love your face. You're the best.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.